We often heard musicians and music composers go to Goa or to mountains to create music, while Amal Malik goes to restroom to create some magical numbers.
I'm very, very disgustingly creative, I can say. मुझे tune आ रही है. I always say that tune आ रही है, tune आ रही है. कहाँ से आ रही है, we don't know. I just shut down the pot. I sit there like this on my phone and I start writing lyrics.
If you were a music instrument, what would that be and why?
I think I would only be a piano.
Is there a singer you don't get along with?
I'm not friends with anyone. I never came here to make friends. तेरी हर खुशी को और दर्दों को मैं अपना समझता हूँ तू मुस्कुराए दिल यही चाहे डरने की है नहीं अब कोई बात मैं हूं ना तेरे साथ तेरे साथ.
Amal, your latest musical offering, Saina.
Yes.
This is called Saina Nehwal biopic is out. And this is the first time we have not just composed the music of the film, but also the background score.
Yes.
Please tell us more about the experience of making music for the film.
So for me, firstly, I would say it's a very, very big honor to be part of such a personality story. And especially the main reason for me to come on board was because it's Saina Nehwal, a female athlete, her story, and very inspiring. And second of all, Amol Gupte being on board as the director, every composer's dream, to work with someone like that. And I was a baby when I signed this. I was 26 years old. 17th November 2017 is when I signed this film. And it's been 4 years. And today the music is out. Parinda is out. Just Main Hoon Na Tere Saath, the second song is released. And the love it's getting is beautiful. For me, to be in charge of the whole soundscape and be also the person who's done the background score, it feels great because then you have complete control on, the OST. And I learned a lot. I have assisted several great composers, like Salim Sulaiman, Sandeep Chauta, and Amar Mohile. And that's how my journey as a musician began. I started doing a lot of jingles and scores as a kid. So I've done about 30, 40 films as a music producer, for composers for background scores. But this is special because this is the first time it's me helming the score. And I would give a lot of credit to the whole team. My music producer, Megdeep, Ansh, Priyanshu, Anish, Eric Pillai, the whole Macedonia Orchestra has performed on this soundtrack. So everyone, I think it's the coming together of many world musicians, and in a time when electronic music is on the rise and a lot of that sound is happening, I'm proud to say that I've created an album with the help of such talented people, which is 80% live music, which is the need of the hour, I feel. I'm just glad to be putting music out there and it's getting so much love. So it's amazing.
You also said in one of your earlier interviews that this is your purest work, one of your purest work.
I feel the captain of the ship is really responsible, to get out good music from the artist, whether it's the singer or the composer, anyone in the film. I think the involvement, which is there by, in Dhoni, Neeraj Pandey's time and Amol Gupte's time in Saina, the sheer involvement and, loving that relationship, between the director and the composer. If it's this beautiful, then I think music also resonates with that. It comes out to be pure. And I feel it's my purest because somewhere there was no referencing in this score. There was nothing which was told to me to ape any of my previous hits or, any other hits. Usually many films that I do, I obviously get many of my song references or other song composers references, which is okay, which is not a problem. It's a zone that, they are looking at. But what was very organic and beautiful in this soundtrack was, the director Amol Gupte just telling me, do what do you feel, react, hear the story. He took me through the script. We sat several 2-3 months, created about 4-5 songs and narrowed down on these 3. And it's a 14-track album, with parts from the scores and everything. So there was a lot of creative freedom for me. I was allowed to do something And then he told me, if I don't like it and if you feel also it's not working, we'll try again. And that process is something that I have not got on many films. So when that happens, the effort inside, anyway, I give 100% to every song. You feel like giving 3000% to your music then. जलना बुझ बुझ के जलना मरना जीना मर के जीना मांगने वाली चीज नहीं है मौका उसका जिसने छीना गिरना उठना उठ के चलना चढ़ जा अंबर जीना जीना याद रहे ये शर्त सफर की पीछे मुड़ के देख कभी ना जीत का जुनू है तो हार सोचना क्यों जब जिंदगी है एक ही दो बार सोचना क्यों मैं परिंदा क्यों बनूं मुझे आसमां बनना है मैं एक पन्ना क्यों रहूं मुझे दास्तां बनना है मैं परिंदा क्यों बनूं मुझे आसमां बनना है मैं एक पन्ना क्यों रहूं मुझे दास्तां बनना है.
You've been working in this industry from last more than 15 years.
Yes.
If you were a music instrument, what would that be and why?
I think I would only be a piano. That's the instrument I love. And somewhere in my life, I am always black or white, and I'm not gray. So the piano defines me the best.
You know, you're somebody who's very, very passionate about music and creating music. And you have said that, you know, you can be difficult at times with lyricists and with singers. What do you mean by being difficult? Does it mean throwing things at them or rejecting?
Only on my brother, though. I throw things because I feel, I don't make it difficult, but I stand for what I need and I don't budge from that. You know, I understand music is not made by one person. It's made by a group of talented people together. It's me jamming with the lyricist, me sitting with my team of musicians, producers, me getting the singer into the studio, explaining the environment to him. And then he has to, take it a notch above by his singing, or he or she both. So somewhere, what a composer has lived for almost a year or two, a singer cannot do that in 2-3 hours. That's why I don't even put that pressure on my singers. I send them my song a week or 10 days before the recording. So that, back in the day where I've seen my grandfather and everyone, they have had rehearsals with the entire orchestra, booked out studios. Today, the format's not like that. But some songs need that effort, need that investment from the singer. Only then they become songs for years or maybe, for generations to stay. Luckily, for me, I would say I've been blessed to work with many, many talented singers, whether Shreya Ghoshal, Arman, Arijit Singh, Vishal Dadlani has worked with me, Mika, Shan, Sonu Nigam. So it's not just my effort. They've all been as invested. And I think they take that step further because they see me very passionate for my song. So my fight, I would say I fight a lot with Arman. That's because he's my brother and I get to do that with him. But that's because I know he's capable of even more. But it's the same level of dedication with even an Arijit Singh coming to the studio or a Sonu Nigam coming. I stand for what I need and I let the singer give me what their world is, and somewhere in between we find home. And I think that's how good music is made.
So now give me an honest answer.
Yeah, always.
Is there a singer you don't get along with?
A singer till now I've not gotten along with anyone. Aisa hua nahi hai. But mostly Arman and me don't get along in recordings. We need a father to intervene. We need mother to intervene because somewhere there is so much fire in both. Both want to do really well. So we don't get along only in the studio.
Seriously, you friends with all the musicians?
I'm not friends with anyone. I am very courteous and to the point for my music. I don't have many friends in this industry. I never came here to make friends. I came here to do a higher good, make good music and make people listen to it. But I'm good with everyone. I don't think I've had a problem per se with any musician or artist. As long as what I think is to be said, I say it. They may have an opinion about it. But if they had a problem, they would have reached out to me. But I don't think so. No one's done that yet.
At this point, please give us few lines from your single "Tu Mera Nahi."
चला गया मैं दूर तूने भी रोका नहीं दिल को दर्द ऐसा मिला जिसकी दवा नहीं तड़पड़ा लकीरों से पर कुछ भी हुआ नहीं चलो ये मान भी लिया अब तो मेरा नहीं क्यों मेरा नहीं
Nice. Amal, we often heard musicians and music composers go to Goa or to mountains to create music, while Amal Malik goes to restroom to create some magical numbers. Is it true?
Actually, even I go to Goa. I also go to the mountains. I feel it's important for every musician to travel. But sometimes, we don't get to leave the city. And it's very frustrating for an artist. And with the, always, obviously before COVID, there were 20 boys sitting outside. Everyone, my friends, me. Luckily, I have friends, since 20 years, those same 5, 6 friends. And 3, 4 of them are into music. So they produce. So it's a very beautiful working environment. But when it comes to lyrics or like cracking an antra, a lot of people expect the second stanza of my songs to be better than the first. If you take a Main Rahu Ya Na Rahu, the part which is Kisi Roz Barish Jo Aaye manages to compete with the first verse. In Bol Do Na Zara Hamari Kami. So people have suddenly, I see on the internet, they call me Antra Malik. In Hindi, they call it antras of a song. They expect that to be even better. So that is something which little bit plays on my mind, and personally, I like my song to take flight. I like it to start well, be better, and reach a point where it turns out to be amazing towards the end. I don't leave it till the outro. Till there, the lyrics are meaningful. Even if you see Tere Mere from Chef, which Arman had sung, Rashmi Virag wrote, the whole song has really nice lyrics, but in the outro, people connect even more to that part which goes, सुन मेरे खुदा बस इतनी सी मेरी दुआ लौटा दे हम सफर मेरा जाएगा कुछ नहीं तेरा तेरे ही दर पे हूँ खड़ा जाऊं तो जाऊं मैं कहाँ तकदीर को बदल मेरी मुझ पे होगा करम तेरा so that is something which is important for me. I want to do that, and it's only the toilet sometimes where I get to lock the door and just stay in there. I just shut down the pot. I sit there like this on my phone and I start writing lyrics and I wait for the geyser to make the water hot, and in those 15 minutes sometimes magic happens. And I remember when I was doing Bol Do Na Zara, I had finished the whole starting, the Itni Mohabbat and all that had come, but I was not able to create the antra, and it's a very back and forth process. I even let my writers do that to me. So if you feel that I'm a taskmaster to them, they also have that liberty to when I send them a melody, Virag told me it's not working, I'm not enjoying, I'm not being able to write, there's something missing, I'm not feeling Amal's given his 100% here. So I take that very, very respectfully, and that's important. So after 20 days, I was in a hotel in Delhi. I was supposed to go for a show from there and maybe to Saifai or somewhere for a show and a road trip, 2, 3, 4 hours away. And the whole band's ready. My co-singer with me, Yash Narvekar, was there. Everyone, managers, everyone's down in the lobby. And I've made a call to Yash and I told him, bro, I'm not coming right now because a tune is coming to. And he's like, bro, what are you saying? It's like 12 already. The show begins at 5. And if we don't leave now, we won't even reach by 4. No sound check. And it's just our third show it was. I had not done too many shows there. So I was like, I don't care. I need to finish this. And mujhe tune aa rahi hai. I always say that, tune aa rahi, tune aa rahi. Kahan se aa rahi, we don't know. So I was there and I locked myself in the bathroom. He managed to run up because no one else was interested to come and, disturb me then. He is a friend of mine since childhood. So he came, opened the door. He said, bro, what are you doing? You need to leave. 15 minutes, he didn't hear from me. I came out and I just looked at him and I sang, Hamari kami tumko mehsoos hogi bhiga de. And it happened. And same had happened with Salamat, which was from Sarabjit. डर है तुझे मैं खो न दूं. All these parts have come to me while I'm either showering or thinking or, giving those 15 minutes to myself, which also is very important for the artist to be isolated.
Talking about the restrooms, the other secret you have not told to the world, that the days you're composing music, those days you don't go and take shower because you're afraid the music within you will get washed away. Is it true?
Yes, it happens. That I'm very, very disgustingly creative, I can say, because it's just a notion. I don't know. Now it's getting a little better. Nowadays, the creativity is not getting washed away. I've had a shower. I'm looking showered enough, I hope. But that's something, I wake up, and if I have a melody in my head, I run straight to the terrace. I have my chai and take in the day. So I feel that is the most organic point. Then you have a shower, then you're ready for a logistical day. You're not ready for a creative day. So I feel when I have a shower, I get ready, and then the calls come in. Okay, the shoot mix is not gone. That has not happened. The edit is wrong. So I think the day goes into that. Sometimes I wake up, I just switch off my phone, and I don't go for a shower. I spend 7-8 hours just writing something, creating a melody, and mostly that's always helped me. There have been days I've gone 2-3 days without a shower, and I've not met my team, not met anyone. I've asked people not to come to my house because I'm smelling like an old barn by then. But that's something which is, if I'm in the zone, I'm in the process, then I like to just do that. I forget shower, I don't even eat at times. But I'm improving. I'm working on these things. And I think now, after having a shower also, I'm managing to sing well today with you and even create some good songs.
Amal, you're somebody who value lyricists and lyrics a lot.
Yes.
According to you, what is the most important part of a song? Is it the tune, lyrics, or the singer?
I think today, in today's scenario, there are 4 pillars to good music. It is the composition, then there is the production, the environment, the arrangement. That is also playing a very big role. What you hear, apart from the melody, lyric, and the singer, that bed of instruments, that's also now a fourth very integral part. But obviously, nothing resonates more than the words, because a composition is important. If you make a soulful melody, the singer sings it beautifully. But if the words don't have that value to carry the composition into people's hearts, I think the words makes it, make a musical piece or a composition relatable. Lyric is the main hero. I think without that, a good melody or a great singer, maybe a legend can come sing the song, maybe the biggest composer can compose the song, but if the lyrical value is missing, it doesn't become a forever song. I feel that's how it is.
Last year, 15 lyric writers made a video demanding proper credit. The video was called Credit De Do Yaar. They were asking streaming platforms to give them proper credit for their work on those platforms. Do you support that?
Completely. I think there are certain people who have maybe an agenda, I would say, that they don't want to give credit to just the authors of music, the guys who make it. Even the composers are left behind, and more than them, the lyric writers are left behind, I feel. It's a sad thing, a sad state of affairs, that such big, prominent, prolific writers had to make a video like that and put it out. But I'm glad they did it, because this is something that I've stood for since I debuted with Suraj Dubai, with as my first hit. I made it a point. Even before that, when I was not successful, I did Jai Ho. If you see my credits, they still have 5-7 proper credit lines. And even today, if you see Parinda, if you take an example, it's got every person, the orchestrator, the conductor, the lyric writer, the drummer, the guitarist. I give credit to everyone, and I've literally fought for that metadata. If you see songs before 2014, you will see 4 lines of credits: singer, lyricist, music composer, and label, maybe. And sometimes not even the lyricist and composer, maybe just singer and the label's name. So these things were these things have bothered me over time, and I have stood for them. And I stand up constantly for my lyric writers, because I think 90% of my success is because of their writing, their efforts. How can you take that away from them? We send metadata properly to the labels, to the streaming platforms. I don't know why they are not meticulous and looking into this. It is important. Tomorrow, no song, no singer, no performer, even a composer can go on stage and sing. Can I sing Suraj Duba and make people dance with me on na 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 na? No, I cannot. I have to sing Suraj Duba, the lyric. If I don't sing it, what will people sing with me? So how can you forget they are the main makers of the song? And even on the radios, I would say, you know, I've seen only recently things start to get better. For years, they've said, अगला गाना अरिजीत सिंह का, अगला गाना अरमान मलिक का, अगला गाना सोनू निगम का, अगला गाना के का, अगला गाना श्रेया घोषाल का. Huge respect for them. Obviously, they are making the world hear our music through their voice. But ये गाना उनका नहीं है. अगला गाना composed by X, penned by Y, sung by Z. बोलने में what is your problem? Give the due to the people who are making that music.
Amar Malik, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you, sir.
And please give us a song to end this interview. Anyone, maybe a medley.
तेनू इतना मैं प्यार करा, एक पल विच सौ बार करा, तू जावे जे मैनू छड़ के, मौत दा इंतजार करा. मैं तो तेरे रंग में रंग चुका हूँ, बस तेरा बन चुका हूँ. मेरा मुझ में कुछ नहीं, सब तेरा. मैं तो तेरे ढंग में ढल चुका हूँ, बस तेरा बन चुका हूँ. मेरा मुझ में कुछ भी नहीं, सब तेरा, सब तेरा, सब तेरा, सब तेरा. नैना नू पता है, नैना दी खता है, सानू किस गल दी मिले दी सजा है. नींद उड़ जावे, चैन छड़ जावे, इश्क दी फकीरी जद लग जावे, कि तेरे लिए दुनिया छोड़ दी है, तुझ पे ही सांस आके रुके. मैं तुझको कितना चाहता हूँ, ये तू कभी सोच ना सके, कि तेरे लिए दुनिया छोड़ दी है, तुझ पे ही सांस आके रुके. मैं तुझको कितना चाहता हूँ, ये तू कभी सोच ना सके. तू जो नजरों के सामने कल होगा नहीं, तुझको देखे बिन मरना जाऊं, तुझको भूल जाऊं कैसे, माने ना मनाऊं कैसे, तू बता. रोके ना रुके नैना, तेरी और है इन्हें तो रहना. रोके ना रुके नैना, नैना नू पता है, नैना दी खता है, सानू किस गल दी मिले दी सजा है.